If you are serious about getting rid of hair loss and want to regrow hair naturally, click the link below. Hair loss, causes and treatments. One of the most common problems that affect people all around the world is hair loss. Hair loss affects both men and women, though it is generally more common in men. The onset of hair loss can have a debilitating effect on one's sense of self-image, and oftentimes hair loss will coincide with a loss in self-confidence. In order to get the best kind of treatment for hair loss, it is important to separate the myths from the truth and understand the various kinds of hair loss. Hair loss has been found to be generally more prevalent among males, though hair loss in females is not uncommon. The most common form of hair loss is known as androgenic alopecia, which consists of a gradual thinning of the hair, which eventually leads to hair loss. The most extreme form is alopecia universalis, where there is total hair loss all over the body. Hair loss is a natural side effect of old age, but some men can experience hair loss as early on as during the onset of puberty. The causes of hair loss are also varied. A popular belief states that hair loss is inherited through the maternal side, but the chances of inheriting this trait are 50%. Myths relating to hair loss have been found to range from wearing hats that are too tight to standing on one's head for too long. These, however, are myths and nothing more. The actual causes for hair loss are varied exposure to chemicals. Poisons and treatments such as chemotherapy are known to lead to hair loss. Another factor is undue stress, emotional or otherwise, trauma and depression. Certain illnesses also induce hair loss as a symptom. Tumors and various kinds of outgrowths of the skin have also resulted in hair loss. Another very important cause is an unhealthy diet and lifestyle. It has been proven that a sedentary way of life coupled with a diet that is high in fat and calorie intake more often than not results in early hair loss. Perhaps due to the fact that hair loss is such a common problem, there are a number of remedies that have been on the market for years that help in dealing with hair loss. There is also much research being done using stem cell research and cloning in order to induce hair multiplication. This, however, is still in its testing stages, but does prove that many advancements are being made today in the field of treating hair loss. The best way to treat the threat of hair loss is to take care of your hair while it is healthy. This includes a proper diet that is low in fatty intake and an exercise regimen that focuses on vigorous aerobic activity on a daily basis. It is also important to clean and nourish the scalp and hair on a regular basis. However, some people may require more direct methods to deal with hair loss. There are a number of products available on the market today, but before trying any of these out, it is important to know how one should approach any hair loss treatment. Before embarking on any hair loss treatment, it is important to remember that even if a treatment is successful, it may be some time before any visible results can be seen. In order to minimize the number of mistakes that could affect a successful hair treatment and ensure its success, it is helpful to remember the 3 principles of hair treatment, otherwise known as the 3 Ps. The first is proven treatment. There are a number of questionable hair treatment products available that could have adverse effects. Always use treatments that are approved and proven to show results. The second is pictures. Take pictures at various stages of the hair treatment in order to gain a better idea of whether the treatment is working and how it is working. The last P is perhaps the most important one, and that is patience. No hair treatment will give any results overnight. It can take up to 6 months for the treatment to start working and almost 2 years before best results can be seen. It is important to understand that hair growth occurs in cycles, and this in turn will affect the time in which a hair treatment will start to show results. Among the proven and popular forms of hair loss treatment is minoxidil, also known on the market as Rogaine. Though this has proven to be effective, the hair usually only grows at the top of the head and is thin and light. Another popular hair treatment is finasteride, otherwise known as alopecia. This also promotes hair growth primarily in the crown area, but is not recommended for women who are pregnant or are potentially pregnant. A number of other methods of hair treatments involve the application of copper peptides and anti-androgens and herbal treatments such as saw palmetto. Hair transplants and scalp reductions are some other measures for treating hair loss, though they are considerably more expensive and considered more extreme. In the future, hair loss will be able to be treated more effectively than ever using methods like hair multiplication, which consists of multiplying existing hair follicles and injecting them into the scalp. This exciting new treatment will induce the growth of healthy hair and is expected to hit the markets in a few years. Hair loss is not something to be feared as long as we understand what causes hair loss. We can take steps in order to not only stop hair loss, but also to induce the growth of new hair. With the right treatments and a little patience, hair loss can quickly become a thing of the past. If you are serious about getting rid of hair loss and want to regrow hair naturally, click the link below.